Okay. Where did the glue stick go?
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I just kind of, or the one that I.
Oh, you're right. It's my fault because I picked it
Oh
up.
no, that's okay. I should have put it right there. Okay, so Mrs. Ledette already kind of told you how you should act, but I want you to be listening to me, and when your classmates are talking, listening to them as well. And something I really want you to focus on is raising your hand when you have something to say and not just shouting out. And keeping your hands on your desk so we can pay attention the best we can. So, we are going to be doing more with measuring today. You can get out your science notebooks if you want to, and we're going to talk a little bit just quickly about what we did on Tuesday in science. And I'm going to ask you a few things that you maybe remember from that so that we can use that information to help us with today's science lesson. So what is one thing that someone remembers from Tuesday's lesson? Melissa?
We were measuring centimeters and inches.
And what were we using to measure those? With a ruler?
Yeah.
And the main thing I want us to remember is which one was bigger and which one was smaller, because that's something that's really important that we need to remember. Yeah? Yes, exactly. And we were doing the thing where we were moving our fingers and kind of remembering that, and then we started using the ruler. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be thinking a lot about inches and centimeters, but instead of just drawing lines in our notebook, we're actually going to be measuring different things in inches and centimeters and seeing how those things measure out. So, I also want us to remember the abbreviations for the two. Do you remember what the abbreviations were? For inches, what do you write when you write something is 6 inches long? Yes. Yep. And then what is it for centimeters? Dakota? Exactly. That's really good. So now I'm going to kind of show how I want you to make a table in your journal. We're not going to do it now, though. You can close the journals now. I just wanted to use those to remember what we did. And then you can put them in your desk, and we'll use them again when I ask you to take them out. I just don't want them to distract you, so you can put them back in your desks. So we're going to be measuring items in inches. And what was the abbreviation for inches again? And in centimeters. Yeah, you did. I'm just making columns just like you did for the lesson that you just did with Mrs. Ledette. And then we're going to be just measuring some different things. And I'm going to have you break up into your science groups. And each of you has a blue tray with different items on it. And we'll talk about that a little bit after I kind of show how to do this. So here's the item that I'm going to be measuring. Everyone's eyes up here. And this is the ruler. And I'm going to start with inches. And inches is the bigger or the smaller? Okay. So here we go. And when we're using a ruler, where do we start? Do we start right at the end of the ruler, or do we start somewhere else? At the 0. And that's a really important thing to remember because there's a little bit of space in there that will have you get a different measurement if you don't start right there. And same with this side. So the item, what is this item?
Blue stick.
So that's what you're going to write in the items. Blue stick. And then we're going to start with inches. And I'm going to start at the 0, because we just talked about how important that is. Here. You can kind of see it. So I start at the 0. How many inches does that look like it is? 4. And does that look pretty exact, or does it look like we're going to have to round because it's in the middle of two numbers? It looks pretty exact, exactly. And so then we also talked about 2 different symbols that you can use to show if something's exact or to show if something's about that size. Do you remember doing those? So I'm going to write equals 4 inches. So that's what I want you to be thinking about when you're writing yours. And now we're going to do centimeters. exactly to the 10 or a little bit past the 10? Okay, so then you need to do a lot of thinking and think about if it's, you need to round. So is it closer to 10 centimeters or is it closer to 11 centimeters? Yeah, because it's before the halfway mark, right? And there if you had an imaginary halfway mark. So then, if it's not exactly 10 centimeters, what symbol do we use? Does anyone remember it? It's kind of it's a little wavy equal sign. It looks like this. And that means about 10 centimeters. Okay? So that's what you are all going to be doing. And you're all going to have different items. Some of you have similar items on your trays, and some of you have different ones. And so, you all kind of know what we're going to be doing? Okay. The partners are your science groups that are already assigned to you. And do you know what they are? Okay, so group 1, I want you to take out your science notebooks and head over to this table right here. It's Maritza, Lachey, and Kaden. So bring a pencil in your science notebooks and come over to this table. And Maritza's not here, so it'll just be you two. What?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So maybe just a piece of paper? Okay. And then group 2 is Daniel, Christian, and Dame. And you're going to, on the carpet. Bring a pencil that has an eraser too. And then group 3 is going to go to that center table. Oh, that's 2? Oh gosh, that got messed up. That's group 3. Gia and Darius, you're also in group 3. You're in group 3 for your science groups. And then group 4 is back here where this is the dead, and that is Jeffrey, Jay, and Josh. This is Tony. And then group 5, that table is Jenny, Rhoda, and Maggie. Yeah, sorry, she was already there. And then group 6, Mason, Sage, and Brady. And it's right there, yeah. Okay, and so everyone has a few different items that I want you to measure. Some of them are from my apartment, and some of them are from Mrs. Ludette's classroom. And I want you to keep in mind that you're working in groups. Can everyone have their eyes up here until we start? I want you to keep in mind that you're working in groups. So it's really important that everyone gets a chance. It's really important that everyone gets a chance to measure at least one item, and there's 4 items for all of you. So that means that you'll all be able to do at least one measure. If you want me to help the partner while someone's measuring their item, you can help them by holding the ruler. And I'll answer questions in a second. And I want everyone to make sure they're listening to me, okay? And I want everyone to write down the measurement that the one person does, okay? And if you can't remember what it looks like, you can come up here and look and see so you know how to draw them. I should have had you do that before. Then I want you to do just like I did. Let's say, for example, with group 3, if everyone's listening, Darius is going to be the first one that measures something, and then everyone in his group is going to write down the measurements in inches and centimeters as well as cents, okay? So you can start. First, you want to write down your table. Do you have a question? Oh, this is difficult. Yeah. One person measures, and then everyone writes down the measurements, okay? And you're going to have 8 minutes to do this. So just get done as much as you can. And I'll be walking around if there's anyone needs help. one? Make sure the first thing everyone does is draw the table like I did. Okay? Do your best.
Okay, centimeters.
Well, one person is going to measure it like I did, and then everyone is going to write it down.
They have 4. There. Centimeters.
How are you doing? What have you measured so far? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Where'd you write? The Play-Doh or the cube? Everyone will get a chance to do it. Don't worry about that.
Hey.
You're right. Baby, which one do you want?
I don't think. I just want to get out of school for life. I'm doing the Play-Doh. Little.
We have about 2 minutes left, so you can just finish any items that you can. I'm trying another item. Okay. There you go. We're going to share all together afterwards. Are you done? Need help? Let's look at it. If you hold it up here, then it's easier to see the ruler, right? So how many inches is that about? What's it closest to? What number is it closest to? Yeah. So you write about 1 with those. Yeah, 6.
Not the bus mate. 5, 4, 3.
Kaden, are you guys done? Kaden, are you guys done? Well, the bag is around. Kaden, give me the clue.
You know how many inches it is, because I just did that with you. Right? Or 1. Okay, so even if you didn't finish, that's okay. We're just going to come back together as a group and come sit at our desks, and you're going to leave all the items on the trays and the ruler. And just bring your pencil yourself to your desk. Even if you didn't get a chance to do the most, you got to feel for how you do it. I saw you working here. You can put it on there. I didn't even. I don't know what to press. Thanks for helping me out.
You skipped that one. I just skipped.
That's okay. Okay, everyone, I want you to take your seats. I'm going to ask for people to share theirs once everyone's in their seat and ready to go. Mariah? Okay, so did everyone get a chance to kind of see how measuring works and to use the ruler? I saw you use it. Who wants to share something that they measured? And you can come up here if you want to and show it to the whole class, how you wrote it down and everything. Right. And you can say what the item was and how many centimeters it was and how many inches.
The pencil was about 3 inches and 7
Okay. Thank you. Someone else want to share? Hold on. Make sure they can see it. Oh, okay.
Is 6 inches and 6 meters.
Let's look. 6 inches, and what does that say?
6 meters.
says 16 centimeters. Okay. So if we notice, if we look at all of these, the centimeters, the item is always more centimeters than inches, right? And that's because inches are bigger.
Actually, one more.
Sure, one more.
The milk carton weighs 5 inches and 12 centimeters.
Weighs or 12 measures.
12 measures. And she has 5 inches and 12 centimeters.
Good job. Yes.
I
Want to come up and show? That was good. You can sit down now. Thank you. It's okay if they can see the other ones.
That's telling them.
Which one are you sharing? Okay. And which was the cube? About
1 inch and 2 centimeters.
Did anyone else have the cube in their group? And you can look at what you wrote down. Is it similar to what she wrote down or different?
Same.
The same? And that's something important to notice. Sometimes people will get different measurements for things depending on how much they rounded or how they held, which way they measured the item, and that's something important to remember. Thank you. And we'll have one more person come up and share. Sage. Which one do you want to share? Okay. Thank you very much. Here's my mitten. I think that's all we're going to do for science today. Thank you very much for participating. So you can put your science